Here's another example of a mapping, since mapping seems to be the one that students aren't very familiar with. And what it is, we just have a set of inputs and a set of outputs, and then one goes to the other. It doesn't matter if you have two arrows coming off or one arrow coming off. Notice nothing goes to the blue one here. That's still relation because we're comparing the first circle to the second circle. Now let's apply that on example 1. I want to express the set of ordered pairs as a table, a graph, and a mapping. Let's start with the table first. So I'm going to have x and y because it goes ordered pairs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to list my x's out. So my x's go 2 and 5, negative 2 and 5, 5 and negative 2, and negative 1 and negative 2. So those are my table. Now let's graph those. So over 2 and up 5 would be my first point. To the left 2 and up 5 would be my second point, negative 2, 5. Over 5 and down 2 would be my third point. And negative 1, negative 2 would be my fourth point. And there we have it. Now we can also do a mapping, and here's the nice thing about the mapping. We have our x would be our input, and my second would be my output. Now I don't have to repeat myself. So notice on my x's, I've got 4 different numbers. I got 2, negative 2, 5, and negative 1. But on my y's, I've just got 5 and negative 2. I don't have to repeat myself. So we're going to say, draw an arrow from 2 to 5, from negative 2 to 5, from 5 to negative 2, and from negative 1 to negative 2. So we have 2 arrows going to each of them. There is our mapping. Now when I look at my domain, it's the domain are your inputs. So when we represent the domain, we usually use set notation. I'll use D for domain. I'm going to list all my numbers I'm starting with. Well, my numbers are 2, negative 2, 5, and negative 1. The order you put them in does not matter. And the range is kind of like a mapping. I'm going to list all my output variables, or my y variables, but I don't have to repeat myself. So I'm going to say 5 and negative 2. If you repeat yourself, you're just repeating yourself. It's kind of stupid. So don't do that.